There have been a lot of updates in the last 24 hours in the Nancy Guthrie case. But today came the biggest update when the FBI released Ring camera footage of the suspect. Welcome to Criminal Motives. My name is Matthew Pfeiffer. I'm a therapist, coach, author, and I give my thoughts on true crime and different events that are happening in the news. Let's take a look at this next video, break it down together, and I'll give you my thoughts afterwards.
We continue following breaking news out of Tucson, Arizona. The FBI just releasing both a series of photos along with a video of what they are calling a potential subject in the Nancy Guthrie case. Not suspect, subject. Let's get right out to senior national correspondent Brian Enton, who is in the Tucson area for us, joins us live on the phone. Brian, this seems to be a really big deal here.
Yeah, I mean, this is massive. This is the biggest development that we have had since this case broke open, now that we have these photos. And I mean, they're terrifying, Nicole. When they said they were going to release a surveillance photo, I was thinking maybe something from a gas station or something like that. I had no idea that they were going to be able to get the photos and video off of the Ring camera, the Nest camera, which apparently if you back end ways, Kash Patel tweeted out that they were able to work with Nest and recover these photos. You see that the guy is totally covered from head to toe. He's in a mask. He's got gloves on. Clearly, it seems like this was a professional who knew exactly what they were doing. You can see what appears to be a gun and a concealed holster near the waist. And just now, Savannah Guthrie has posted on Instagram these photos. And she also said, "We believe our mother is still alive." And honestly, that's the first thing I thought when I saw these. I mean, it looks so professional. When we were starting to sort of discount the kidnapping ransom theory, then you see these photos, and it seems to almost back that up now that this may have been a very sophisticated professional kidnapping, Nicole.
Brian, what was the latest that you saw at the house? What was going on out there?
So it's been quiet at the house, but what's interesting is in these photos, and there's also video that has now been released, you see the suspect, and I think I think we can confidently say suspect now. I mean, why else would this guy show up to Nancy's house looking like this, armed with a gun? But you see him pick up some brush, some flowers, pull off part of a bush right there. And it's so interesting because when we went up to the door and saw the blood, we also saw that the little piece of the bush that he had picked off. And I don't know what he was using that for, if he was trying to use it to cover the camera or use it to pull off the cameras. I don't think he'd be concerned about thumbprints because he's got his glove on. But that little piece of weeds and brush that he picked up was actually still on the ground. I remember seeing it when we went up to the door and got video of the blood.
Oh, that is really interesting. So, Brian, as of right now, the sheriff is saying that there will be no press conferences. And as I was just speaking with the former FBI agent before you here, we saw numerous press conferences at the beginning of this case in the first few days when Nancy Guthrie went missing, when there really didn't seem to be a lot of information that was being provided. Yet here we have now this new video, we have these new images. What is really compelling, truly actually terrifying, as you said, to think of somebody showing up at your front door with a gun, a mask, gloves, and trying to obstruct the view of your doorbell camera. Do we know if that will change when it comes to a press conference? Is there any inkling that we will get some update from law enforcement today?
Yeah, I would imagine there would have to be at some point. The fact that they just put these photos out without any real explanation or press conference did kind of surprise me because we don't really know the full context behind them or why they decided to put them out right now. At the same time, they do sort of speak for themselves. I mean, again, what I first thought when we got the source saying that there was going to be a surveillance photo coming out this afternoon, I assumed it was going to be something from the gas station, just something sort of generic. I had no idea that this is what they were going to release because, again, they told us that Nancy did not have a subscription for her Google cameras, and so there was no way to recover the video. So we just assumed that those cameras were were not going to be helpful at all. But apparently there is a back end way that the FBI has in collaboration with Google, where somehow these images were saved, which is really incredible when you think about it.
All right, welcome back. So on one hand, this looks very professional. Looks like this was this person looks very professional, looks very prepared. They obviously had a backpack. They obviously had a weapon on them. And but on the other hand, it looks like they weren't prepared for a Ring camera, which is very odd, because most people at this point have some sort of Ring or have some sort of Nest camera. And this person, whenever the suspect, whenever they showed up, seems dumbfounded at the fact that there's a Ring camera and not sure what to do about it. I'm not sure if when they put the hand up, if they were considering busting it out, if they were trying to figure out ways to cover it up. Obviously, they went and got Bush to try to cover it up. They eventually dismantled it, and I believe he may have hacked into the system or something along those lines as well. And so on one hand, this seems like it's very sophisticated operation. And on the other hand, it seems like this person just wasn't prepared at all, or maybe this wasn't a part of the plan, or that they really were caught off guard. They were planning for so many other events with kidnapping Nancy, but did not consider the Ring or Nest camera. The other thing that I want to point out, this is my opinion, I haven't seen this at all. We have to consider, even though there is one person here, it doesn't mean that this person is acting alone, that this could just be one part of a larger group, one part of a larger operation. Obviously, with as sophisticated of an operation as this is, it's most likely that there are other people that are involved. The third thing is that as much as this person has covered up, a lot of people have already noticed some identifying features about the suspect. So when you look at some of the still images up close, you can see that the person had either a goatee or a beard, that there is some shadowing around the lips and around the mouth, that there is either a beard or a goatee. Some people are even saying that they can tell that the eyebrows are manicured. So I believe that there are going to be people that are going to come out that are going to know or have recognized the suspect somewhere along the lines. Some people may recognize the gait, the way that this person walks, the way this person moves. Obviously, this person is a little chunkier, a little huskier. And so I think that a lot of people are going to start coming forward, recognizing this person, or at least recognizing that this person may have been in the area at some point in time. Some people are questioning whether or not this person is in Tucson, if Nancy is still in Tucson. Some people have even questioned on whether or not she's still in the States. The reason why is because Tucson is so close to the border, and there have been some questions on the ransom note where they have been very specific on getting USD, US dollars, when it comes to the ransom. And a lot of people who aren't familiar with foreign exchange and those sorts of things, that's language that some people who live in foreign countries might use to be very specific about the type of currency that they want and the type of currency that they're looking for. And this also comes back to something I said yesterday in a video. And if you want to check that out, I'll have it in a card right above my head. With this being professionally done and with the way that the ransom has been handled, I do believe that this was never about the money. This was always about torturing either Savannah, possibly the entire family, but somehow, some way, someone is ticked off with Savannah or this family and are using Nancy as a pawn to either A, get back, or to hold some sort of power or hold something over this family or over Savannah's head because of some sort of offense, or because they are upset with Savannah or upset with this family. The other takeaway with this is that a lot of people believe that Nancy is still alive, that whatever this person or this group might want from the family or might want from Savannah, they need Nancy to stay alive to be able to continue with their operation. But what do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, I have another video that you're probably going to like, linked right here on the screen. With all that being said, thank you very much, and I will see you in the next video. You guys have a good one.